Pyramid Head is the newest killer to be added into Dead by Daylight, meaning that the question needs to be asked, how good is Pyramid Head as a killer? To fully answer this question, we need to look into certain aspects of the killer. Number 1, movement speed. Pyramid Head's normal walking speed is 115%, which is in the upper bracket of the killers, making him a rather quick boy. However, when using his ability, this decreases to 110%, with it falling further when his ability is regenerating to 92%, which is the same speed as carrying a survivor. Number 2, his ability. Pyramid Head's ability is complicated for new players due to the amount going on, so let's break it down into 3 categories: torment trails, cages, and attacks. Torment trails are essentially trenches which the killer can place in the trial. When the survivor walks over these, they will be affected by the torment, where their heartbeat will be shown to the killer for 4 seconds. This effect currently lasts until the survivor is placed into a cage. If the survivor is not placed into a cage, this effect will last the entire game. However, since Pyramid Head is the newest killer to the game, this may change in the next few weeks. It is worth mentioning that survivors can crouch to be unaffected by these trails. You may place up to 100 trails down at any given time. These will remain in the trial for 75 seconds before disappearing. If you decide to use all the charge of your ability at once, it will take 20 seconds for the power to be fully regenerated. However, you do not have to wait for the full charge before creating more trails. Trails can be placed almost anywhere with a few exceptions, this being within 4 meters of a hook or generator, and within 3 meters of the exit gate or the hatch. If you decide to place trails near these objects, then the trails will disappear in 3 seconds instead of the default 75. Finally, you can see your trails up to 32 meters away from you. Cages. If a survivor is suffering from the torment effect and is placed into the down state, Pyramid Head will have the option to send the survivor to a cage of atonement instead of a hook. This will remove the torment effect from the survivor. Once in the cage, however, the survivor must rely on their teammates to get them out, much like the hook, giving you time to regain or cement map presence. Attacking. Pyramid Head has 2 forms of attack: a normal melee attack, similar to the rest of the killers, and a ranged attack, which can be used while using his ability. This ranged attack, or punishment of the damned as it's called in the game, has a range of 8 meters, which for comparison, that's 5 meters shorter than the plague's projectiles. The attack does use over half the ability and will take 2.75 seconds until Pyramid Head can use it again. What is important about this attack is it has a slight delay from when you use it. See, each spike is being rendered at a different time, potentially giving this attack a high skill cap. Map control. Due to the trails, Pyramid Head is able to have a form of map presence all over the map. Survivors are able to limit the impact of this by crouching. However, this will give you, as the killer, more time to check and patrol the generators. Due to the cages of atonement, Pyramid Head is able to move from chase to chase as he never has to venture to a hook if the survivor is tormented. This could be incredibly strong as it enables him to constantly be on the back of survivors. So, with all this information, the question needs to be answered. Is Pyramid Head good? His ability on the surface is strong as he can block off loops with his trails, and despite the movement speed decrease while using the ability, I can see players using it during a chase to put the survivor into torment so that they can quickly place them into a cage instead of a hook. Following this, I think the cage will be paramount to a Pyramid Head player's success, meaning that trail placement will also be paramount to a player's playstyle. As well as this, the ranged attack brings a plague playstyle into the mix, with the idea of getting close to an injured survivor to knock them down to save a few precious seconds in the chase. However, the issue for both killers, Plague and Pyramid Head, is that a good survivor can and will be able to dodge these attacks due to the time delay on the spikes. Overall though, I do see the potential of this killer and would definitely say he is a strong addition to the DBD roster. Thank you for watching and peace.